Hello, welcome back to Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. In the last episode, we solved the murder mystery of Black Peter. It turned out to be Leon Hurtley. And in this episode, we're going to be starting a new case called Riddle on the Rails. I swear to God, if that was a case these days, it'd probably... Great. You take one look at the name of that case and you just think it involves something dodgy. Okay, so... where am I going with this? I've got to speak to Watson, or...
Holmes, please call a cab while I pack my suitcase. We should be late for the train.
How do I call a cab? Oh, God. So, with the lack of evidence, I still got him sent down. Brilliant. How do I call a cab?
This is where I keep my post.
Is there a phone somewhere? Seriously.
Watson, I'll hold a cab for us. We leave in 5 minutes for the station.
We leave in 5 minutes. Roll on a week. I am recording this video not long after I uploaded Sunday's one. I'm recording this on a Sunday, ready for tomorrow, which is today for you guys.
What a gloomy night. It was warmer inside the waiting hall.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at last.
Attention! The train is arriving at the station. Please stand well away from the platform edge.
I'll take your bags and your blasted archive suitcase.
In hindsight, I probably should have
Holmes, the headlight. It's faded away.
Something is wrong. I can't hear any sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I don't know. It's as if the train vanished into thin air.
Holmes, say something.
Quick, fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
In hindsight, the murder of Black Peter, I should have
It's too dark. Only fog and rails, nothing else.
explored a
There is
bit
no
more.
use in stumbling around here at night. We will come back tomorrow.
No deductions have been made, I'm guessing. Wait, can I play as Watson?
Well, here we are again at Evesham Station. We have a full day ahead. Let us begin our investigation.
Wait.
This suitcase contains my archives. We can consult with it if needed.
Oh, right. So it would seem I have to go inside the train station. And there's no one here. Like, I didn't explore the
This is
last case
place where we
properly
saw the train vanish last night.
because I honestly,
A
like,
discarded item, possibly thrown from the train.
I thought that the evidence was there for Liam's conviction and his motive was right, so I just thought, why not?
A discarded item. There are no tracks or footprints on the ground. The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here.
A train has disappeared. There's nothing
There are
unusual
no
there.
signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no clues. But then, a negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. No clues and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising. This investigation won't be simple. We shall require a map of the region.
Perhaps the station master could lend us one.
Gotta bloody find him first. He's on the platform.
Good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Charmed.
Yes, I remember you. I'm Station Master Everett. You were here last night. So, you are Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
Well, I don't want to burst my
I
bubble,
shall
but
indeed.
It is extraordinary that an entire train could disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
okay, so he's married. Maybe.
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be. However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
Thank you very much.
I would be glad to have a detailed map of the local railway district.
But of course, please, take the one that's pinned inside the waiting hall.
See you later, my good man.
So it seems I completed all character portraits in the last case, so I didn't miss anything on that regard, thank God. Because if there was another character that I'd missed, maybe he would have been the murderer.
This map will be useful.
I'll take that. I've got to go into the waiting hall. No, I'm in his office, it would seem. Anything of interest in here?
This part is probably from a locomotive.
Well, we are in a locomotive warehouse, so yeah, probably.
An old locomotive bell. This place serves as a storage area for the station. This part is probably from a locomotive.
What on earth? Right, where's his office? Is it in here? No, this is a laundry room.
Railway
No, it's not.
post bags.
Can't believe I thought it was a blooming laundry room. Oh my god. Where on earth is his office?
A new telegram.
I think we should meet this Mr. Robinson. Here is the train set. A telegraph.
Right, let's see if we can speak to him about anything new.
According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car, ordered by a private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows. And they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private. And it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
Okay, valid point.
Was there anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
What do you mean? Like officials? I wouldn't know. Oh, but now that you mention it, yes, there was something. There was a message from Bridlington Station saying that the train had been delayed because of an issue with the passengers. But what kind of problem that they didn't say?
Probably
That
didn't
is
want it.
Interesting. You mentioned a problem at Bridlington Station. I should like to visit this station. Could you mark it on the local map?
Of course. It's a suburban railway station. You might take a cab there.
See you later, my good man.
So maybe I'll meet this Mr. Robertson at this is the railway station.
The whole train just disappeared. It's unbelievable.
I thought that was a door. That is a door, but it's not the right one. Wow. So it seems I've got to go to this other station to... There we go. Yep. So no deductions could be made yet. Okay. Valid. Right. Jesus. I should say as well, I highly recommend that you guys play this yourself. It's amazing. I'm really enjoying it.
This is an absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
Well, it's not really a scandal, but... So he's a worker. What's that? And he's married. Cute.
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home. Then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared, but I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, because their type don't need a ticket.
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners. Spanish-looking toffs with snake eyes.
Goodbye, sir.
Here he is.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day. To whom am I speaking?
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you
Charmed.
a representative of this damn railway company? Because I have a complaint.
We are not from the railway company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock Flomes, please excuse me, but I'm not in the mood for idle chit-chat at the moment.
This dude's a bit of a knob. It was clearly Australian.
You must be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Yes?
I am leading the investigation of the disappearing train. It would help if you could answer my questions.
Ah, well, all right. I have nothing to hide.
I presume it was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
Yes. It was to transport my valuable prototype safely to London. My prototype is a revolutionary device. It is capable of producing electricity. I'm a businessman and an engineer. I had already found several potential customers for my invention, but I was very optimistic about the directors' board who were travelling on the train last night.
You
Oh, burly
mentioned
fella.
the director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazes Company. I had made an appointment with them. Now they are lost, along with the train and my prototype.
What do you know about the Barcazes Company?
It's a large South American company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype, and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
How much was it?
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir, it is priceless. It could change the world we live in, and yet I was selling it for almost nothing. I am a humanitarian, you see. I do not know if I will ever be able to get over this disaster.
Mr. Robinson, could you please clarify? Were you traveling alongside your prototype?
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. I thought perhaps he might have been delayed, so I chose to wait a while. But despite my requests, the train left the station without me. Absolutely unacceptable.
The timetable
Rude.
is strict. We cannot wait any longer. The regulations require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot. You will pay for it. I will sue you.
Of course you will.
The ticket inspector forced all the passengers from the train except for the directors of the Barcazes Chilean Company.
Right. Let's see if I can get anything out of this gentleman here.
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the unfortunate disappearance of last night's train.
I see. I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions.
Let's do this character portrait. So he's young. So he's got instructions as well. Oh, what's that? Oh, ink. I thought it was a bruise.
Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported a problem with some passengers last night.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday, everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station. I've no idea why, and it delayed the train. But the worst of it is that now I have to deal with two furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service. They stayed here the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and clear rules. Paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states that in the event of a complaint, you must...
Yes, thank you. I understand.
Watson's like, yes.
Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did. And I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say? How long have you been working here?
I have worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think of your career.
Ah, that is... well, I'll tell you everything. First of all, I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very rude. And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
Strange message, you say?
What did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
Thanks.
We ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
Right. Anything of interest in here? Ooh, gap in floor.
The insurance policy for Robinson's machine. A significant sum.
So maybe Robinson intentionally... It's an inside job. Maybe Robinson knew about this to claim the insurance on it. Maybe. Let's ask him about it.
According to this document, you have insurance for your prototype.
Oh, thank God. Where did you find it?
Near the telegraph station.
I must have lost it when I tried to send a message, which I was prevented from doing.
I apologize for that, but regulations state that public access to the telegraph is strictly prohibited.
Okay, valid
Upon
point.
my word, you keep on digging that hole of yours. You have no idea who I am.
Neither do I.
I
So-
see that you kept your grip sack with you. Why don't you leave it in the luggage room?
I've had other things to think about. I lost my prototype, and this idiot station master just stands here doing nothing to help.
Oh, but...
Well, that won't do at all. Station master, I believe that the regulations state that any passenger luggage should be taken to the luggage room.
I'll do it right away, sir. Sorry, sir.
This Robinson is quite a character. We should learn more about him.
I will not move from here until I receive my refund.
Is it in here? No.
railway post bags. This gripsack belongs to Mr. Robinson.
I think we should open it, Holmes. This is what they call force majeure. I'll keep watch.
Of course.
Nope. Um, Alright, I'm pretty sure they're all lined up perfectly. But what else? No, screw this, I just want to get on with it.
Look, Watson, a bundle of contracts. Very suspicious. We should study them carefully. An exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Mr. Robinson is the seller. Yet another exclusive sales contract. Yet another exclusive sales contract.
How many contacts does this bloke need?
Yet another exclusive sales contract. Mr. Robinson is the seller.
Um. Anything else? Well, obviously you'd underline the Barcaz's Chilean company because that's the buyer in this scenario. But
Mr. Robinson is the seller.
oh,
Well, it is very clear that this Mr. Robinson received prepayments from various people for his machine.
right. Wait. Yep. Told you that was one of his motives.
I will not move from here until...
To another train station. So we're only on the first episode of this case, and we've already found out one of the suspect's motives. Pretty unusual, to be honest.
This bin is full of empty bottles.
How intriguing.
I had thought that all station masters knew the Morse code, but apparently not.
Wait, who am I playing as? Well, if I'm playing as Sherlock, why did I hear Watson's voice then? Strange.
How could he fall asleep at work like this? Excuse me, sir. Wake up.
Wake up!
Ah, his breath. He must have swallowed half a distillery.
And that explains the how.
By his sleeping off the alcohol, you mean? Wake up, please, sir.
Huh? What? The 18 hours 72 train has arrived?
Good day to you. We are investigating the disappearance of last night's train, and we should like to ask you a few questions. Were there any passengers who got off that particular train at your station last night?
No, nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not leave my office, so...
No doubt you were very busy.
You don't say. You can't ever get any peace around here. Now you have to send a telegram each time a train arrives and departs.
It seems quite peaceful to me, mate. But what do I know? I'm not a station master, am I? What is that? Oh, fishing line. Okay, he is also married. And intoxicated.
Station Master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train, but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
You were not tired, you were inebriated. Tell me the truth now, or I shall not hesitate to document your state in my report.
My friend means that you will end up by being sacked from your position.
All right. So I was drunk. I don't remember all of yesterday, to be truthful to you. Please don't go harsh on me.
Holmes, this man has consumed a considerable amount of alcohol. He's not entirely helpless yet, but...
It will not be long before he is. Obviously, his testimony cannot be trusted.
Wait. What's this one? Wait, where am I? Oh, I'm at Chesterfield. Oh. What's that?
Telegraph.
Are you gonna read it? Wait, what's that? That's the way I came in. Great. Bear with me a second. Ugh. 4 episodes. I Sherlock Holmes and uncontrollably he dies on me. Yes, alright. There we go. Okay, yeah, there we go. Whoops. Okay, how do I analyze this? Can I analyze the train at all? Oh, it doesn't say anywhere about inspecting the track. Yes, thank you Xbox, I am aware. I have got my controller plugged in. Idiot. What am I looking for exactly? come to think of it, I don't...
Locked.
Oh.
There is no sense in asking the station master to open it. We shall have to pick the lock.
Ah. Oh, brilliant. Yay, these! Yeah, why not? Thing is, guys, I'm skipping most of these because I just want to get on with the story. Jesus.
Were recently dragged here.
He is clearly...
French wine. A remarkable vintage. These bottles
Whoa.
are too expensive for a station master's wage. They were likely taken from the parcels. These tools were used quite recently. They are still muddy. We should ask about them.
Okay.
You have
Right.
quite a number of dirty tools lying around here.
Ah, yes. Well, thank you for reminding me. I should clean them. Although, it might be easier to put them outside. Seems it might start raining soon.
I meant, what were they used for?
Some workers come here and borrowed them from me. They wanted to lift the edge of the railway to one of the stations on the line, so that the water wouldn't come in too close.
Who were these workers?
Well, they didn't seem to be from the company, but they was fine lads. They invited me to share a drink. And whatever it was, it had a kick to it. They wasn't English. No, I don't believe so. But see, they knew just what a man needed to brighten up his dull evening.
He is smashed. So, guys, I think I'm going to leave this episode here. So, we started a new case, and we've got a lot of information about, about this case. We've already come to a conclusion in terms of having one of the suspects having a motive. So, I'm not sure, considering how passionate this bloke was about his prototype, I don't think he would sell it for insurance, but I suppose we'll see. So, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to see more episodes of Sherlock Holmes, and I will see you very soon. Bye.